All right, what's going on, everybody? No, I'm not starting it. Just kidding. All right, now we're ready. What's going on, everybody? It's week 43, 43 weeks of doing this experiment that is an LGS. Started in a basement. This is a little bit of a throwback. I'm back in the office. If you've watched the very early videos, you'll remember the spot. It's a little chaotic in here. Don't worry about it. Alex and I, we run this place. It's called PandorasDeckbox.com. You can go there. I mean, it's not, the .com's not in the name. That's in the website. You can go there, though, and you save 5% on your first order. If you go to use the code EATCHIP&DIE. Or you scan the QR code, whatever. Yeah. We got a kid, and we got dogs, and we got a business. And every week, we talk about the business and, news, TCG related. It's going to be a quick one, all right? I got 55% battery left. We're zooming. All right, we got a stream tonight. Tonight's Sunday. If you're watching this, I edited it maybe before or after we streamed. We're going to do some Final Fantasy tonight. We'll let you know. You can watch live stream. It'll be on YouTube. All right, Magic news. Final Fantasy's out. Hence the live stream and the opening. We got a collector booster box, a play booster box, a bundle, and the secret layers. So we're going to open those. We're going to see what we get. Who knows? I already ordered the Surge Foil Cloud because I want that. I want it. I want a swords deck. I want a shitty little swords deck, and I want Cloud to be like pilot. He's gonna double all the triggers, and he's only 2 pips of white mana. I love white mono aggro. It's a terrible deck, and I never win, but it's fun. Okay? We ended up getting a lot less than we wanted. We placed tons of orders. We had like 30 plus collector booster boxes on order. And we ended up getting 5, plus this one we picked up at a local Facebook meetup for $700. And that's the one we're going to open. It would have been nice to get 30 of these, because obviously doubling your money on a $500 box would have been pretty cool, but it is what it is. Such is life. Don't shop at Le Boîte Mystery. They canceled our order. Bunch of shitheads. Strange Adventures drama. I don't know if you've heard about that. But they pre-ordered infinite number of items to everybody, and then they only had who knows how many boxes, way less than the 5,000 orders they took in. And they didn't take payment up front, which was good, but then they did charge everybody last week. And so they're going to do a raffle to see who wins. We're probably going to have to do a chargeback, because they've been the people that didn't win, they haven't been refunding. This has happened to Dust and Rivals too, not just Magic. But for us, we're affected by the Magic part. And, so every store has this no supply. And the people that pre-sold it were assholes. If we ever do pre-sales, it's going to be when we know our allocations, and maybe even when we get stuff on hand. Because even when you know allocations, Final Fantasy, there was a bunch of people that had solid numbers, and then they got cut to nothing. Kevin, Gone Rogue Games, had that happen to him. And he's a big player. So it's tough. Don't pre-sale. Don't do it. It's crazy. There was a secret layer drop on Monday. As expected, shit at the fan, people are angry. Game over non-foil sold out in about an hour, but the queue was over an hour long, so it was basically within seconds. If you got in the drop, we got lucky. I got in, Alex and I both got in. I was late. I was 5-10 seconds late, and I got in within a minute. Doesn't make any sense. They randomize when you click. The order of your clicking doesn't matter. For I don't know how long, some period of time, they just randomize and shuffle it up. Because, wow, I was way later, and I got in 2 minutes. So we got everything we wanted. Hopefully you got everything you wanted. That's, name of the game with these limited print secret layers. 4 hours later, there was, the queue had paused. There was still some stuff available. The bundles, they went out quickly. The Gilded Lotuses, we got some bundles, so we had some Gilded Lotuses. I sold some Gilded Lotuses, and we're keeping a couple. All right. Phyrexia. Why am I so handsy? Phyrexia, all will be one. It had a last call. The set boxes are getting their final reprint, and then Dunzo. I guess draft, we're already Dunzo? I don't know. Anyway, Phyrexia is going away. Bye-bye, Phyrexia. Might be a good time to pick it up if you can find it cheap. All right, that's Magic news. Pokemon news. Mega Evolution set confirmed for September 26th, and that's the English drop. So good luck. I don't know. I think maybe we're approaching the peak of insanity with Pokemon. I know next year's 30th anniversary, and there's probably a peak there. I think if the market is good for another year, you can't keep going like this. It just can't. Right? Can it keep doing this? Pokemon goofed on Tuesday and they released prismatic tins for 33 seconds. All those scalper bots went nuts. People got it, some of it got it, but they announced their mistake and then they were told the world that they would launch on Wednesday at 1 p.m. And obviously to tell people, the scalper bots are already enough traffic to like make it so you never get anything. But then you set this date and the time in the stand and you're like, this is where everyone should hit our website all at once. And nobody, we certainly didn't get it. Maybe you got some, I don't know. All right, business news. That's it, Pokemon Magic Light. We're going quick. We got a lot of business news to talk about this week. We got brick and mortar. Take 2. We got it a week and a half ago. We were super pumped. By brick and mortar, I mean we have it as like an official designation on Southern Hobby now. So one distributor. We've been with them for a while now, getting Pokemon and some other TCGs that weren't brick and mortar locked. But now we get brick and mortar locked stuff. So what's cool about that is we can get in-stock Magic, Lorcana, Star Wars, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's all on the table, and we can get pre-orders for those things, which is really sick. Problem is we don't have any allocation spend. At Southern, it's based on category, and for the rolling quarter, we have $0 in those. All those games we've spent nothing with because we haven't had it. So huge push to get stuff spent and out the door. So we're making crazy deals on anything that's in stock at Southern Hobby. We're pushing it out. We've spent like $10,000 this week, which is great. 1 week we've had it. And it's been good. It's been really fun. We had a Reddit post. I don't know if I have it in the notes later, but we made a Reddit post. We didn't make it. We had a buddy made it for us. Sealed MTG deals subreddit. We put up a deals page and we said this stuff is cheap as hell. It's basically like break even. And you can go get it for cheap money. And people bought the hell out of it on Friday. I don't know, we had like almost $10,000 in sale just on Friday. Yeah, it's been very busy. But we're pushing hard because we want to get allocated. We want to get, it won't happen for Edge of Eternities. Almost certainly we will get 0. But, you know, maybe Spider-Man? Probably not. Maybe like a box of Spider-Man. But Avatar, maybe. Lorwyn next year. That's kind of what our goal is. If we can get Lorwyn next year, that'll be real Magic. People will be happy to have non-universes beyond product for a little bit. Universes within product. So hopefully by Lorwyn time next year, we can have like a decent amount of allocation built up. All right. Then we got a second distributor. When it rains, it pours. Mad Al, which we honestly hadn't heard of before. They are not taking new Pokemon pre-orders, but they have some other stuff. They have like board games. They have Yu-Gi-Oh, which is a thing that we can now get from a couple places, which is cool. We did some research on what's profitable for Yu-Gi-Oh, and there's not a ton. The stuff that's in stock we found like a Yu-Gi-Oh expert who buys and sells Yu-Gi-Oh all the time. He's like, everything there is dead stock and you can get it half priced on the internet. So like, shit. We need to spend a number of dollars that I'm not allowed to tell you probably. It's in the 5-digit range that will unlock Pokemon from Mad Al. So that's kind of a goal. If we can find something we can churn, like we've been doing on Southern Hobby with the Magic and stock stuff, we would love to do that because it's site-based. It's not category-based for Mad Al. They have some Magic stuff, but it's bad. They're not an officially licensed distributor for Magic, so they don't have much. And what they do have in stock is like double market price. Silly. We're going to try to hit Yu-Gi-Oh hard with Mad Al. They could be like our future Yu-Gi-Oh only distributor. Who knows? They're in Alaska, which is a crazy thing. Their headquarters there. They have a Kentucky. They have another place that's near us, and then the shipping is free because if you ship it from Alaska, it's big money. Big money to ship from Alaska. So try to buy stuff from Kentucky. All right, that's it. We heard back from Alliance on our application to apply. Yeah, they got rid of the open application process. Now you have to be like pre-screened, and then you're allowed to apply. And we did the full application with Alliance. We got all our business references, easily the most intense one we've done so far. It's waiting. We're waiting to hear back. We applied for WPN. So that one was big because GTS says you got to be with WPN, Pokemon League, you got to be Bandai Club, whatever the hell it's called. before they're going to let us in to do any distribution of GTS. So that's another step. Once we get WPN, we can host events, we can get early products, we can get all the cool stuff. We'll be like a big boy in the player. Big boy player in the game. Let's go with that. Alex had to do it with her Wizards account, which is kind of interesting. You can't just willy-nilly anybody. You got to get in there with your official WPN Wizard Network account. Makes sense. We've been told by some people that you need to be selling more than just TCG products to get WPN access. So maybe we're going to have to stock some board games, which is interesting. But we have that option now. A lot of stuff opened up when we got brick and mortar status with Southern Hobby. Matt Al's got some board games. So maybe we're kind of like, we don't want to do board games right now because we don't have a lot of space, but we'll make it work. If we have to, we'll fucking screw shelves to the ceiling and hang stuff from the walls. Whatever we got to do. All right, so with all this craziness with the brick and mortar access and two distributors now, we officially launched our Patreon for the Wholesale Club. It's totally optional right now. We're still doing this weird beta free testing thing just to like iron out the kinks. Our first order of which is coming on Monday, tomorrow. We'll get that out the door. We'll see how it went. Everything should be okay. We're offering very low prices, and if you pay with Zelle, it's 3% less than the prices we advertise because Shopify takes 3%. And you can go with Zelle. We set up a Zelle account. It's part of the business news. And yeah, so we did a couple in-stock orders for some stuff. We found some people that were interested in hopping in the club. And, so with Patreon, it's got an early bird tier, which is $10 a month. That, whenever we decide, is going to be $20, like when it becomes a real thing. Not yet a real thing. Don't worry about it. You don't have to join right now. And the early bird is not really limited. I have it at 10 slots right now. We'll see. We might need to up it a little bit. Everybody that's in the distro club right now, you know who you are. You're going to be in at the $10. Okay? You've been here forever. We love you. Thank you. But if you want to get in, why get in? If it's free, why get in now? If you get in, your first case or case-sized box per month is going to be free shipping. Everything after that, you got to pay shipping. Okay? You still got to pay Massachusetts state tax if you live here, because I don't want to deal with eating tax. You pay the 6%. All right? But if you're a reseller, you can give us your resale certificate, and then you get tax-free in Massachusetts too. And the other big thing, so I had that on sale page that I talked about on the Pandora site. How is that different than the Patreon group? Well, Patreon group has pre-order access, and obviously the in-stock stuff is not pre-order. So that's one thing that's better, and the Zelle option. We're not going to offer the Zelle option to the public because we got to trust you to... Okay, you're special. If you're in the Patreon or in the free beta period trial thing, you're a special guy. You get it. You get all the good stuff, okay? You're better. It's different. And then maybe... All right, so then for $20 a month, we're going to get you, after the early birds and we open up to some more people, we'll get a little more cash and capital and churning and whatever. Eventually, if we start building up a real allocation to proper like pre-orders, it'll probably double again. It's probably gonna be $40 a month to get crazy pre-order unlimited amounts. And if we have too many people, we might have to limit it to a case per person. So I don't know. It's down the road. Okay, we're not super worried about it right now. But if you wanted to, and then a bunch of people have signed up already, thank you. That's crazy. We ordered singles cases for the shop a month and a half ago. They have been unloaded from the boat. Hopefully they're going to be on their way this week. Maybe we'll get them this week, but probably next week. That's exciting. People have been looking for singles, and we got just kind of like a mess at the store. Just loose Pokemon everywhere, binders and shit. The display cases are going to help a lot, I think. But then we have to find a place to put the precons, which are kind of where the display... We'll figure it out, okay? In some less fun news, we got our first chargeback scam. We got one asshole who sent to a forwarding address in New York, and he shipped it to his house in Kentucky or some whatever. I don't care. He's a piece of garbage. I hate him. We auto cancel high risk orders. This was a medium risk order. So we investigated it, and it looks legit enough. The two different addresses, it happens sometimes where people, they live in Texas and they ship it to their daughter in California. Like this, It's not unheard of, all right? So we were like, okay, we looked him up. He looked like a real guy. Looked up his house now that we've been more exposed to this asshole. He owns the trailer that he lives in, and he's a real person, but he shipped it to a forwarding place in New York, and you call that place, and there's a deadline. We should have called, and now we're calling people. When we get a medium risk order, we're calling, and we're just saying, hey, sorry we got burned. I hate to have to do this, but are you human? Are you not an asshole? And that's what we're doing now. Sorry. It was a $240 order, so it was a Destin Rivals booster box. It's kind of a pain in the ass. We filed an appeal. We have all the delivery information. It had insurance and it had a signature required because it was actually $260, I think, at the time. It was over $250, so we included signature required. All that information gets sent to the bank. We get charged the chargeback up front, and then maybe the bank will pay us back once they determine their investigations. We may have to call the cops. We actually called their police department. And they're like, oh, you're the victim in this state, so you have to call your police department, and then we'll get involved if we need to because you're the victim there. And I haven't gone to the cops yet. But if the bank says no, yeah, we'll report this asshole for it's fraud. It's wire fraud. It's literally Google it and it's like call the FBI because it's cross state lines. Anyway, it's part of doing business, and we made it about a year before we got screwed. So. And what, 400 orders now? 1 in 400? Not terrible. TCGplayer and TCG Union made a deal. All the people that were laid off, they got good severance packages. Everybody seems to be happy. We turned our orders back on. Our inventory's listed. We made some more sales. We're going to keep Mana Pool for commons and uncommons just because it seems like they do well over there. And we'll just have rares and tokens and lands on TCGplayer. It's a little annoying if you're trying to buy from us. There's 2 different inventories, but it's okay. I think this works best for us. Not a lot new at the shop, so not worthy of a tour. And obviously I can't give you a tour anyway because I'm at home. Because I forgot the SD card again and I had to come home and we're going to stream in a minute. Anyway, shops. Okay, we put up a changing table for the boy. That's important. I literally can't think of anything else other than holy shit, we've been packing so many orders. There's a picture of the car filled with boxes. That was our second load of Friday, and we got another load similarly sized for Monday. The total so far for June, I know I said I was going to do finances. I'm a piece of shit. I've been so goddamn busy. If we didn't have distribution come in on Monday, I would have totally had time to do finances. But in recap, made $20,000 in May. We've already made $20,000 in June, and we're only halfway through June. So we're surpassed. We're on target to double May's numbers. It's a lot. And what's crazy is we're if theoretically we ever wanted to replace one of our incomes with this job, we're targeting 30 orders a day. And we've had 20-ish. Now, granted, those orders were basically break even. So we're churning a lot of stuff and not making a lot of money. Although there was a spillover effect. We did see a lot of our inventory get sold. Subscriptions. We've got new subscribers to the Pack of the Month Club and Chaos Club. One guy got one of each, which is cool. And all our other products. We sold Flesh and Blood for the first time today. All of our Flesh and Blood just disappeared to 2 different random people. Anyway, we've been selling a lot of stuff. A lot of Commander decks, a lot of Final Fantasy. A lot of Final Fantasy. And we've had some people come in. This weekend was honestly slower than our other weeks, but we had a family with some kids, and we had some regulars show up. Robbie, hello. Andrew, hello. Yeah, so it's been fun. The Reddit post is insane. Our sessions are an average of 145, 200 sessions a day, and it went up to 4,000 on Friday. And that post only got maybe 30 upvotes, and it looks like, I don't know, 5 or 10 comments. We commented on there, and some people reached out as the business, and they reached out to us, and they're like, hey, we'd love to place custom order or whatever. So it's been really good. The Reddit thing, if you got a deal, that's some good advertising, man. That was free and really effective. All right, this has gone on long enough. I got to get ready for a stream at 9 o'clock. I got to edit this at some point. I don't know. I'll probably edit it after. If you've been watching these, thank you. You're wonderful. We have a way bigger list of Patreon subscribers now. That's ridiculous. We're like almost $70 a month just in Patreon now. Holy shit. It's happening. We're really like feeling businessy. There's been a lot of negativity on Reddit, like the MTG Finance. There was a thread today about how many shitty card shops have popped up. Yeah, and they're like, this market's going to flush everyone out. You're all fucked. They're all going to fail and you're going to be ruined. Rudy's been posting videos of similar content, and it's a little nerve-wracking. But we're trying to be real. We're trying to be a store that'll stick around. We want to be here in 5 years. You know, we don't want it to. There's going to be a bear market, right? And it's coming. It might be next year. It could be in 6 months, and we got to survive that. And it's not just going to be flipping sealed singles, sealed product, sealed packs. It's going to be buying collections and sifting singles and stuff, and it's going to be a lot more work. So we're pushing hard now while it's good, while the market is still reasonably high, and build this allocation so that we can get reasonable pre-orders. Because if distro is the only way, you're not always going to be able to buy shit at MSRP and sell it at market. It's not going to work forever. And we don't want to do that forever. We want to be the guy gets it at distro and sells it under to MSRP. All right? Fuck you, whatever. We got to roll the die. We got to see how our week's going to be this week. It's been a pretty good week. My battery says 1%, but it always does that. We're going to roll the dice, see how it goes. Hope you had a good week. If you comment, like, whatever, I'll read it. Ay. Desk is a mess. Final Fantasy is happening. All right. Tungsten D20 tells us their future. Get ready for it. Oh, God. Hey, you know what? It feels like a 17-week. Hope you guys have a good week. Goodbye.